We are so fucking back, baby. Rafael Fiziev knocks out Manuel Torres in the main event of UFC Fight Night, Baku, Azerbaijan. This was a pretty fucking solid card, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of finishes, a lot of entertainment, some weird controversies going on. We love to see it. Fuck yeah. I'm gonna take you through a little recap here, my thoughts on the fights. We did absolutely fucking horrible on picks. What do I always tell you? You come here if you want the absolute most technical breakdown ever on YouTube. You right here on this channel. You just go ahead and pick the opposite of what I pick, and you can make a lot of money apparently. Because holy fuck, I did really bad. Like if we run through this, 1 for 1, 2 for 2, 2 for 3, 2 for 4, 2 for 5, 2 for 6. 2 for 7, 3 for 8, 3 for 9, 3 for 10, 4 for 11, 4 for 12, 4 for 13. Oh, man. 4 and 13. There's 17 fights on this card. Holy shit. Yeah, 4 for... No, there's 13. I'm an idiot. 4 for 13. Pretty bad, but... nonetheless, great card. We can walk through these fights. First one, let's talk about this main event, bro. Rafael Fiziev knocks out Manuel Torres. Beautiful sequence by him. We finally don't have to watch the KO over Renato Moicano. That was kind of an early stoppage. We don't got to see it in the highlights anymore. We don't got to see it. All right, we finally have a real knockout that we can play for Fiziev. Fiziev looked great. He came out no fucking respect for Manuel Torres, which was kind of crazy. And he's landing a lot of kicks. It was a kick heavy game plan, which I like to see. He was definitely winning. I think he opened up with a really hard right hand down the middle, spun the chin of Manuel Torres right away, landed a bunch of kicks to the body, bunch of kicks to the legs. He was, especially when he was in the open, when they were in like an open stance matchup, because Torres would switch occasionally from orthodox to southpaw, and Fiziev, when he would match him, or when he would stand opposite of him, right? If Torres is in southpaw, Fiziev would go orthodox, and he was just ripping kicks to the legs, to the body. He also found a lot of success with like an inside calf kick, when they were in open stance, I believe, doing a lot of damage. When they would go like same stance, orthodox, or southpaw, Torres was kind of tearing him up in the boxing. But round one, it's a lot of that, right? Kicks from the open stance, boxing when they're in the same stance from Torres. A lot of damage being done. Torres landed a really hard jab right at the end of round one, right at the buzzer, that like low key rocked Fiziev, and I was like, ooh, fuck, like that's not good, because I was rooting for Fiziev, and but then dude, he opens up round two, immediately throws a spinning wheel kick that lands like Torres just kind of barely got his hand up, but it didn't matter because it almost like Torres puts his hand up and he wasn't fully on his face. He was kind of off it a little bit. And so he gets kicked and the leg still lands, but it hits the hand and his hand still smacks himself in the face. Rocked him, dropped him. He gets up. Fiziev's just right up in his grill, landing a bunch of follow-up shots. Ends up landing kind of like a scoop uppercut that sits Torres down to the ground, and then 3 follow-up ground and pound shots clean. Just puts Torres completely out cold. He's laying on the canvas. He's asking what happened. Buddy, you got fucking knocked out. That's what fucking happened. All right? We love to see it. All right? I am not a fan of Torres. Like, I like him, but I'm a big fan of Fiziev. I love his striking. He's got a really beautiful style. And yeah, so I'm really happy about this win. As far as what to do next, bro, man, I got to pull up these rankings and we got to take a peek. Because I saw some people talking about possibly, dude, I don't know why. I'm pretty sure Fiziev fell out of the rankings completely. Yeah. Or no, okay, they still have him in the meta rankings. Was it the media rankings then? In the media rankings, He is ranked not at all in the media rankings. Are we serious? Wow, they didn't have Fiziev ranked in the media rankings. How? 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 Is it? Am I doing this right? I'm looking at these new rankings, and I really can't tell because I don't know off the top of my head who's ranked where. Best way to tell is to look for. Yeah, we got. Okay, so these must be the meta rankings. Why did they do this? Why did they have? I'm looking at bantamweight. Oh my fucking god. Okay, so. Oh, I'm fucking Jesus Christ. I was looking at it wrong. All right. We're back to it. Meta rankings has Fiziev not in the rankings. Crazy, in my opinion. I think he should be ranked. They have Torres at 13, but somehow Fiziev... What? Anyway, I could make a whole video talking about these rankings because I think some of the divisions are really good. I think some of them are not so good. But... I do think Fiziev should be ranked. He's going to be ranked now, right? Like he should be. And I saw a lot of people talking about a Cole and Salkield matchup. I could really fucking get behind that. I think that'd be a really interesting matchup. Moicano also run that back. That would be sick. Moicano doesn't have a fight. Torres, you could give him somebody 14, 15, Grant Dawson, Rafa Garcia, maybe a Dan Hooker. A Dan Hooker matchup would be sick. I'm not going to lie. It's a striking matchup. That'd be a great addition to like a pay-per-view towards the end of the year. Torres might be out. It's June. We'll probably see him again beginning of next year. I would have to guess. Maybe on like, that would be a great like fucking like headlining prelim of a Miami card, a stacked pay-per-view. You get a Manuel Torres versus Dan Hooker. Even could be the first fight on a main card. I would really love to see that. So I think Fiziev, you either give him Moicano or Quillen Salkield. Quillen Salkield being ranked 8 in the meta rankings is fucking nuts. What the fuck? Anyway, I thought that this fight was sick. I was happy to see it to end like this because Fiziev gets his knockout, gets a finish in front of the home crowd. It was dope. So, yeah, I think Fiziev should get to fight up higher in the rankings, and should definitely, because like again, this lightweight division's all matched up. Ilya can't fight for a while. Armand doesn't have a fight, but you can't do Fiziev. Charles is not gonna fight, although he did call out Charles for a BMF fight. That would also be sick. That would be kind of fucking sick. I'm not gonna lie. I could also get behind that, but I think Charles probably has his eyes set on the belt. And I could really see the UFC doing like Gaethje, Oliveira 3 or Arman versus Oliveira 2. I don't think they're gonna do Fiziev. They're gonna put Oliveira against a big name. So Holloway, he's matched up. BSD's matched up. Paddy Pimblett's matched up. I don't want to see him fight Gamrot. Let's do Salkield or Renato Moicano. Another like fight night main event. I could see it happening. So let's move on. Oh boy, do I got a lot to fucking say about this one. Holy fuck. We're cutting both of these motherfuckers, bro. Oh my god. So just a really fucking underwhelming performance from Shara Magomedov. Like, bro, the UFC just babies this motherfucker. He gets favorable matchup after favorable matchup, and he just underperforms in every single fucking one of them. Bro, like, you're going against Michel Pereira. And I understand that Pereira carries a lot of power. Like, he really does. Are we serious, though? This guy got dropped, like, fucking immediately. And he's pulling fucking Pereira's hair. And, like, you got Alex Pereira on fucking on Instagram complaining about Herb Dean, calling him a coward, which I kind of fucking agree. If you're going to warn somebody, if you're going to fucking warn somebody as a referee, if you do something again, I'm taking a point, and they do it again and you don't take a point, what are you in there for? What's your job? What is the point of you being in that octagon? The fuck are we doing? So, I don't get that, right? He's pulling his fucking, like, little ponytail, which is kind of just, like, that's pussy shit to do in a fight. That's pussy shit. And he's so underwhelming. Like, yeah, he's got, like, kind of a fun style. But, like, if he fights anybody good, anybody ranked, he's going to get his fucking ass beat, bro. And I really don't care to see it. I don't care to see it whatsoever. So, this was just a weird one. Like I said, Pereira dropped him early, and then after that, Magomedov kind of just did what, like, Pereira did fucking nothing in the second round. Like, actually nothing. He threw, like, 2 strikes. McDonald's Diet Coke. Anyway. This was just a weird fight, and Magomedov got it done. Like, he won. He won round 2 and 3. He got dropped in round 1. Michael fucking Bisping on the commentary talking about round 1 being a 10-8. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, Magomedov got dropped, and then Pereira laid on top of him and did fuck all with his control. He didn't land much of anything in terms of ground and pound. Chara's throwing fucking up kicks. He's doing damage. He's throwing elbows off bottom. And he gets back up and lands a couple of strikes. No, fuck no. He ends up taking, I think he either reversed or took Michel Pereira down after he got up. I can't remember. So he ends up on top and does a bit of ground and pound. The fuck are you talking about, a 10-8? Like, I'm so sick. These commentators, bro. These commentators. I give Bisping credit because he can offer some good, like, commentary in terms of, like, what's actually going on in the fight in terms of, like, strategy and shit. And for that, he's good. And he's got, like, a good announcing voice. He's a good, like, he's enthusiastic. He talks about the fights. But then he says some bullshit like that. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? He did have a good line, though, where someone said something about, like, oh, he's going to fight with, you can't fight with one eye. And he was like, I disagree. It was a good line. But Bisping's an idiot. And that shit pissed me off. This fight pissed me off. It was just weird. I don't like either one of these guys. Pereira gasses out. He sucks. He can be entertaining, but it's like for a round. Shara Magomedov's just not that good. He's got a flashy striking style, and he can be good, but he has some bad tendencies on the feet that lead him to get dropped against people that have power or that are just good. I'm telling you, if he fights anybody that's ranked, he's going to lose. Unless it's like fucking, who could he fight in the rankings that he could beat? Like, I don't know if he could beat anybody in the rankings. Rainer de Ritter, taking him down and subbing him. I think he gets knocked out against Aliskerov. Why is Paulo Costa still in the middleweight rankings? I think he loses to Bo Nickel. CLD knocks him out. He would lose to Cannonier. RoboCop. Izzy would beat his ass. That would be a fun fight. Maybe. But I think Izzy would knock him out. Maybe they should do that. Maybe they should do Israel Adesanya versus Shara Magomedov. Because the UFC is going to give this guy, like, big matchups, right? They're going to put him in co-main events and featured fights. They're going to do that. They love this guy for some fucking reason. And Izzy needs a win. He's not going to retire. He needs a win. And I think that that's a very winnable fight for him. I think if he's offered that, he should take it because he'll probably be, like, a featured fight. And, like, that would be a cool fight to have on a pay-per-view. Izzy versus Shara Magomedov. And I could see the UFC doing that because I think Izzy's going to get a knockout in that. He would get murdered by Anthony Hernandez, Kyle Barajo, Joe Piper. Like, he will never get close to the top 10, in my opinion. So, maybe I would not hate to see an Israel Adesanya versus Shara Magomedov solely for the fact, not that I think Magomedov earned it or deserves it, but the UFC's going to give him a big matchup anyway. And I think if you're going to do that, I would love to see it be Izzy because I think Izzy could beat his fucking ass. And I want to see Izzy get a win. Michel Pereira could not give less of a fuck what you do with him. This guy's, he's purely out there to either get knocked out or knock somebody out. He sucks. Don't care. Let's move on. Nazim Sadikov versus Mateus Camilo. Bad pick on my part. I fell for it. Sadikov is not as good as I always think that he is. And he fucking... I think it was a right hand or a jab. It was a right hand that he just walked onto. Dropped bad. Like, he got dropped so bad. A little bit of follow-up ground and pound. You could have let the fight go. It was, like, kind of an early stoppage. He was covering up. But it was, like, 3 hammer fists through the guard that they stopped the fight on. And, like... I didn't like the stoppage. It did feel a little premature because Sadikov immediately got up and protested. But the way he got dropped, like he got dropped where his legs folded out from under him and he kind of like sunk to the canvas and like his head flopped around. Like usually they're gonna stop it when that's the case. And like I don't hate the stoppage, but I also didn't like it. It was a little earlier. You could have let it go a little further. But, I mean, Sadikov didn't even... The fight was a minute and a half. He didn't land a single strike. The 4th strike... It might have been the first strike because he landed like 3 ground and pound follow-ups. And, yeah. Like, the first strike that landed knocks him out. It was kind of pathetic. But he did just walk right onto it. I don't think Camilo is that good. Was this his... This might have been his debut? I could be wrong. I don't know. Either way, knocks him out. Not much to talk about there other than the stoppage, but let's move on. Asu Almobayev versus Charles Johnson. Dude. Asu Almobayev puts on a fucking masterclass. Beats the fuck out of Charles Johnson on the feet. Does great in the grappling and then gets a fucking Sulayev stretch. Oh, what a beautiful fucking submission. I love a good submission. As I always say, I'm a grappler. I can appreciate a really cool submission, and a Sulayev stretch is dope as fuck. It's super rare, super hard to hit, and he got one. It was beautiful. And, like, you don't see that often, especially at the highest levels of MMA. And, like, I'll give Almobayev credit. I don't know why I picked Charles Johnson. I thought... I fall for it every time, bro. Flukes Loner Kavanaugh, flukes Joshua Van, and then, you know, when he fights somebody, like when he fights a veteran, he can't win. He can't do it, but when he fights a fucking prospect who's going to go be champion, yeah, he'll knock him out. But either way, Asu Almobayev, just better striking, better grappling, takes out Charles Johnson in beautiful fashion. So I like Charles Johnson, but I'm kind of a fan of Asu Almobayev now. That was cool as fuck. As far as the rankings go, what do we have? Charles Johnson at 15, Asu Almobayev 7. I like a Kyoji Horiguchi matchup for Almobayev. I think that'd be cool. Or maybe a Loner Kavanaugh. I don't know if he has a fight yet. Yes, he does, against Brandon Royval. Oh yeah, that's fucking 2 weeks from now. Yeah, Kyoji Horiguchi. Or if Loner Kavanaugh loses, maybe, you could do Asu Almobayev. Or if he wins. Because next in line for the belt is Pantoja. He's going to fight for it next. Manuel Cap is up next for the belt as well. Maybe I could see the UFC saying, like, if Loner Kavanaugh wins, maybe they'll do Manuel Cap versus Loner Kavanaugh for a number 1 contenders fight. I would love to see that. I could even see Asu Almobayev versus Tatsuro Taira. That'd be a dope-ass fight. Both of those guys are really good grapplers. I think Taira's a bit better of a grappler. Almobayev's a bit better on the feet. So it'd be a pretty even matchup. I think that's what you should do. Tatsuro Taira versus Asu Almobayev, and then Manuel Cap versus Loner Kavanaugh if Kavanaugh wins. So let's move on. As far as Charles Johnson goes, yeah, find him a contender. Find him somebody with some hype and a contender, and he'll go get a knockout. Whoever that may be. God fucking damn it, I got this one wrong, too. Yeah, bad pick again. Ikram Aliskerov ends up getting a decision win over Bruno Ferreira. Just better in the striking. Ferreira couldn't do much in terms of grappling. He actually got taken down a bunch by Aliskerov. Aliskerov looked good. He looked good. I didn't give him much credit because I thought like I wasn't fully bought in. But I kind of neglected the fact that Bruno Ferreira is not that technical of a striker. He just has a lot of power. He's a big fucking like meathead who just swings hard. Not a whole lot of technicality behind what he does. And yeah, Aliskerov gets it done over him. It was a good win. He looked better in every aspect of MMA. He's actually pretty solid. He looked more in shape for this fight than he did for his last one. As far as like the middleweight rankings go, they have him at 14 right now. So I could see him fighting somebody. They might throw him to Jared Cannonier after Cannonier fights Chris Duncan. Or Christian Leroy Duncan? Yeah. Chris Duncan. Fuck it. We'll call him Chris Duncan. CLD versus Jared Cannonier next. Maybe you give him the winner of that. Because I think that fight's happening relatively soon. That is in, 2-3 weeks in July. Same timeline. Winner of that fight can fight Aliskerov or throw him a Bo Nickel. That'd be a good test for Bo Nickel. Somebody who's a bit better of a striker and also solid in the wrestling. That could be a good fight you run. I don't think the UFC would do that, though, because they're going to give Bo Nickel probably somebody that's a favorable matchup. They want him to win, and I don't know if he would beat Ikram Aliskerov. I'm not going to lie. Bruno Ferreira, don't care. Give him somebody outside the rankings. He's kind of fallen off now. Let's move on. Abus Magomedov does the unthinkable. Doesn't gas out after the first round. Just fucking kidding. I forgot this was a round one submission. I don't know why I thought this was a decision in my head. Yeah, that's right. Did he drop him? He did. That's right. He dropped Mikhail Oleksiejczuk. I don't remember with what. I was kind of half paying attention to these fights. But he drops Oleksiejczuk and jumps on this nasty fucking guillotine. There's a high elbow guillotine where he had like an arm trapped. It was just gross. Like there was no chance that Oleksiejczuk was getting out of that. And I think he actually put him out cold, if I'm not mistaken. It was a gross submission. And came pretty early in the fight. Not much happened outside of this. And yeah, it was a good performance from Abus Magomedov. I didn't believe in the fact. I thought Oleksiejczuk was going to look better on the feet and he was going to be able to last a bit longer. And I feel like that's the thing with Abus, though. Like, this fight was still only a round. If it makes it out of a round, he just dies. He runs out of gas completely. And I did not think that he was going to be able to keep it up the longer this fight went. And I don't think that he would have. But he gets it done in round one. That's what matters. I don't think, neither of these guys are ranked. You could give Abus somebody in the rankings, maybe, but he's probably going to fight somebody outside the rankings still, and I think he should. I don't know if he deserves a ranked opponent off of this win. It was an impressive performance, but I don't think he deserves a ranked opponent quite yet. So, let's move on. Another one that I got wrong. I picked Eric Nolan. That's on me. I'll be so dead ass. Did not watch this fight. All but like a minute of it. And Eric Nolan got his ass beat. That's all I know. So, yeah. Oh, yes, actually, I was listening in the background of this commentary. Dude, 17 fucking takedowns. And I think it was Bisping was like, this is the welterweight Marab. He is, bro. He kept taking Eric Nolan down, just sitting him down to his butt with takedowns. It was kind of cool. So, fuck yeah. Welterweight Marab. There you go. Hopefully he's... I kind of like that style of Marab. I'm not going to lie. Like, I hate the wrestling style where a guy takes him down and he sits in half guard and does nothing. Like, obviously, nobody likes that. But it's a little more fun when, you take a guy down, you let him up, you take him down, you let him up. Like, that's a bit more fun, and I can kind of get behind that. So, sure. I had never seen this guy fight. He was making his debut. Good for Farman. Still don't know how to pronounce his name, but oh my god. Oh my god. Abdul Rahman Yakyayev versus Julius Walker. You want to play-by-play this fight? All right. Fight. Fight's over. That is one strike. One fucking strike. One right hand. He threw one fucking overhand and put Julius Walker out cold. This was hilarious. Yep. 8 seconds. Seventh fastest fight in UFC history. Second fastest fight in light heavyweight history. That's about all I got, because it was an 8-second fight with one strike thrown. So, yeah, good for Yakayev. Give him somebody else. They're probably going to throw him another, layup cheesecake. Oh, that one was funny. Anyway, Nursultan Ruziboyev. Dude, I'm trying to remember the fight. Wait, hold on. What was it? Who won by knockout? Oh, who was it? I know in this fight, I think it was Fitzgerald, was like, Pulayev's never been choked out in his MMA career. Immediately gets put to sleep. And then, oh, fuck, dude. Yeah. I think it was this one. Theodore Bergen's never been knocked out in his in his MMA career. Immediately gets put out cold. Fucking hilarious. Commentator's curse is a real thing. This fight, Nursultan Ruziboyev comes out, lands a couple of strikes, takes Pulayev down, takes his back, puts on a nasty fucking face crank. Nasty. If you can put somebody out fucking cold with a face crank, oh my god. And he does. Puts him the fuck to sleep. It was beautiful, and not a whole lot to it. Dude, Nursultan Ruziboyev's actually really fucking good. He's actually really fucking good. He's kind of slow, and so I think that will be his downfall when he fights up into the rankings, which I do think that, I think Ruziboyev is capable of being in the 15 to 10 range. He is good enough in my opinion. He's got good striking, he's fairly technical, he's got good grappling. He's just not he's well-rounded. He's just not got a skill set in any one direction of striking or grappling that's really impressive, where I think it could take him into the top 10, but I do think he's top 15 caliber. And he puts on a great performance, and he put Pulayev to fucking sleep. So, good for him. Good win. I'd love to see him get in there against maybe somebody just outside the 15, the top 15. Give him a 20 to 16 ranked guy. And yeah, I think he could do well. Let's move on. It's late at night, guys. Guys, it's almost 1 a.m. I got to get these done. I got to go to sleep. You know what you're getting. You're getting the most technical fucking breakdown on YouTube. And here it is again. Con Offley submits Javier Reyes. I don't remember what he slept him with. Not slept him. Dude, I'm delirious. Hey, if you're watching this right now, how's it going? Tell me what you're going to eat for breakfast today. You let me know. Anyway, Javier Reyes loses by submission. I cannot remember for the life of me what he got him with, and I'm going to look it up because that's going to bother me. But this was one I barely watched this fight, and I don't even remember what happened. Oh, he got him with an arm triangle. That's right. Yeah, I think he knocked him down, moved into mount, moved into a head and arm, finished it. We're moving on. Daniil Donchenko, I did watch this fight. Good striking. He looked pretty impressive. This guy's a good prospect. I'm not going to lie. Theodore Bergen's a little bit fun, but he came out kind of slow. Donchenko's on the gas pedal the entire time, ends up knocking out Theodore Bergen. It was kind of beautiful. He's got really cool striking. Really cool striking. This was another one. It was interesting in the open stance. He was landing a lot of good kicks. Ends up putting Theodore Bergen out. Let's move on. Beksat Almakhan versus Gene Matsumoto. This one, Beksat Almakhan came out, did really well in the first round, dropped Gene Matsumoto. Dropped Gene Matsumoto, beat his fucking ass in the first round. One of the most, it doesn't get much more clear cut than that. Outstruck him and dropped him. One of the judges gave Gene Matsumoto the first round. What the fuck? What? How? Actually fucking how? It makes zero sense. I do not know how that was possible. This was a close fight. Gene Matsumoto gets cut up. I think it was in the second round. It gets it was after the first round. It gets a nasty cut on his eye. It was the length of his eyebrow and fucking splitting off vertical and shit. It was gross. It looked like a fucking, ugh. It was disgusting. But yeah, he gets dropped. In no fucking world did he win that round. Not even fucking close. He did win round 2 and 3, though. He just did better in the striking, so he gets it done by decision. First fight of the night. This was a fucking bizarre fight as well. So, Tahir Abdullayev and Jefferson Nascimento. Jefferson Nascimento is what a fucking pussy. Oh my god. He was Yusuf Zalal maxing. He's coming out just on his bike, just circling, not engaging, not doing shit until Tahir would get frustrated and try and punch him, and then he'd land a good counter. But he just wasn't doing fuck all to engage the fight at all. He's just moving. Which stay safe and if that's your strategy, I get it. But at the same time, you're in a fucking fight. You need to actually fight. And he was not at all trying to fight in the first 2 rounds. To the point where the referee had to step in and be like, yo, you need to actually commit some action here. Which I totally agree with. He wasn't doing fucking shit and it was boring as fuck to watch. And Tahir rightfully was like, bro, fucking, we're in a fight. Can we fucking fight? He's just running away the entire time. Some bullshit. It's gay. It was gay. And so Tahir, he's getting frustrated. And he's like, bro, he puts his hands up. He walks away. Because look at the fuck. If you're going to run away the entire fight, you're not fighting. You're just running. And it was really, really boring. And then finally, Jefferson Nascimento decides, I guess because he got warned, he tries to actually fight. And then that third round, it was entertaining as shit. They're scrapping hard as fuck. Tahir sits him down, knocks him down, and you could tell the referee was clearly on his side because he stopped this way too early, way too fucking early. Jefferson Nascimento, Tahir lands some good ground and pound, and he didn't knock him down. He might have taken him down. He took him down. He's landing good ground and pound. He lands a couple of ground and pound strikes that stun Nascimento, and he kind of comes back to and he reaches up and he grabs Tahir and he pulls him down, and as he's pulling him down, the ref's stopping the fight. It was way too early of a stoppage, but I'm fine with it because fuck this guy. This guy's a bitch. He's a fucking bitch. Also, both of these guys are lightweights. What the fuck are they doing at welterweight? I get that it was short notice, and that's probably why. I think they're both naturally lightweights because they both looked really short and small. It looked like 2 fat lightweights fighting, which I think is what it was. So, all in all, really good card. Interesting card. Love to see it. We got We're back, baby. McGregor Holloway 2. Just look at this fucking AI ass photo, bro. This is literally an AI photo. What are we doing? I hate that. Oh, I hate that so fucking much. Anyway, yep, we got McGregor Holloway 2 coming up next. Predictions will be out for that. I'm going to make a breakdown for this fight. This card is fucking fire. I'm so excited. McGregor Holloway, Benoit Saint-Denis versus Paddy Pimblett, Corey Sandhagen, Mario Batista, Brandon Royval, Loner Kavanaugh, Bobby Green versus Terrence McKinney, Robert Whittaker on the fucking prelims, Gable Stevenson making his debut, Cody Garbrandt's on the card, Luke Riley's on the card, Tracy Cortez is on the card, Damian Penis is on the card, Fareed Basharat versus Ethan Ewing. Oh, yes, Ethan Ewing's back. Ode Osborne and Cody Durden. Good fucking card, though. I'm hype as shit. Going to be talking a lot about this in the next 2 weeks, so stay tuned. I hope y'all enjoyed. Drop a like on the video. Let me know your thoughts on this card in Baku, Azerbaijan, and an upcoming card, McGregor Holloway 2. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like, subscribe. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.